Hello geographers. So in this video I'm going to share with you the lessons that have been added to the GTB Vault for July 2023. All of the lessons and resources this month are linked to climate change. So let's dig in and I'll show you where you can find all the resources you might want to access now. So here we are in the climate change module, and you'll see the first lesson that I've added into this module is linked to natural causes of climate change. This is the first of two videos that I've linked to from the Time for Geography website. So for this one, you'll need to copy and paste the link for the video into your browser, because obviously it's not on YouTube, so you'll need to access it through that. All of the videos are still freely available, it's available on their website. So for this one, it's all about what cycles Earth goes to in terms of glacial and interglacial periods. And so it looks at things like the Milankovitch mechanism, solar activity, and so on, that causes the changes in our climate naturally. So in terms of the lessons that are available to you then, if I just very quickly show you those. So in terms of the actual presentation that you've got available, obviously you've got your normal do now tasks. This one is in relation to a graph, and my suggestion would be is that you could print out the graph and have it on the students' desks so that they're then able to answer those questions more easily. You've also got the answers linked to that as well, a little bit of context before watching the video itself, and then again some follow-up activities. In this example, it's linked to a specific exam question. Okay, so that's your first video that we've got available. The second lesson is linked to human causes of climate change. And again, this is one that's available for you on the Time for Geography website. So as I say, just literally copy and paste the link that's at the top of the page into the browser, and you'll see this particular video site available to you. Okay. In terms of the lesson resources, I'll just quickly show you those so that you've got access to them or have an idea of what we're covering. So as I say, this is all looking at human activity and how we contribute to climate change. The starter tasks are to get them to really follow up with the lesson previously, really, in terms of what's been going on with climate and how do we know that that's been going on. Get students to really think about the changes in the overall average temperature before then looking at the video clip. The follow-up tasks get students to kind of understand the difference between the natural greenhouse effect and the enhanced greenhouse effect, and potentially consider the impacts of that on precipitation levels as well. This one then gets them to kind of summarise the main activities that humans do that increase greenhouse gases, and also hopefully tackle some of those misconceptions about trees and kind of carbon storage and so on as well. So plenty hopefully there to get students interested in climate change, and also a follow-up task that you might want to set for homework in view of perhaps looking at the impacts of climate change. Again, as normal, you've got your question sheets for both of the two videos that I've mentioned so far. Obviously, these video clips are both shorter ones. They're only 10 minutes each, but they're still comprehensive questions and answers that go alongside it. I think my computer seems to be going a bit slow today, so apologies if you keep getting a blank screen coming up. But all the resources, as I say, are there to kind of help guide you and give you opportunity to discuss the answers with your students. Okay. So the next lesson that's available for you is this one here, Climate Change, the Facts. So this is an extended documentary, so it's nearly an hour long. It's originally available on the BBC iPlayer and also on ClickView, but the BBC has also got a channel on on YouTube. So you're able to access this on YouTube. So hopefully majority of people can access this around the world as well. Obviously, it's the legend that is David Attenborough on there, and it looks at some of the extreme weather conditions that have resulted from climate change and some of the potential issues we might see in the future as well. So it's a really in-depth look at really the effects that climate change is having. So again, with that, you've got a presentation to use alongside it. I'll just give it a moment to come on your screens. Here we go. So the do now task is getting the students to think about what some of the extreme weather examples might be. And again, I would suggest printing this slide out so that students can access it and see what some of the extreme weather events actually are. And again, I've given you the answers so you can go through that confidently with your students. There's your video clip, and I'll just quickly show you again. You've got your question sheets available. Obviously, this is a longer documentary, this one. So, you know, you might want to spend a bit more time going through some of the questions. I kind of like not to go over the top with the questions, even though it's a longer video, because I think it's important that they still watch it. And again, you'll see that you've got the answers there available for you. Okay. The next one is probably my favourite this month, actually. It's called Youth Unstoppable. And this documentary is available on the WaterBear site. So it's not YouTube, but it is freely available. So it shouldn't cost you anything to sign up to it. And there's a whole host of videos, obviously, that I've got on the platform linked to WaterBear. But this one, I think what's interesting about it is it's looking at the climate movement from the youth perspective. And looking at individuals that came before Greta Thunberg and their kind of impact on getting young people mobilised and having their say about climate. So highly recommend having a look at this video. This one, I don't think it's going to load it on here at the moment, is a bit longer. So you're probably looking maybe about an hour and a half, I think, in total. Not sure what I've done there. I might have just cut off at the end there. I'm not having a great day with technology. I do apologise. So yeah, it is a really, really good documentary. It is about an hour and 20 minutes, I think, as I say. So you might want to split it up over a couple of lessons. But as with the other examples that I've shown you already, you've got your PowerPoint that you can use there. I've kind of focused the starter task to get them to think about the different sort of large-scale organisations and political movements involved in climate change before then focusing on youth groups and what they're doing, and maybe even perhaps develop their own potential campaign. So giving you some ideas of how you can take that forward. So again, you've got your question sheets. I've filled in a few bits in preparation for it to hopefully help, you know, kind of manage the scale of this particular documentary with it being so long. So hopefully that gives them a bit more structure as you're going through the film. Okay, so I think I've got everything together there. As always, we've got the grid on the Start Here module so that you'll be able to see which lessons have been added. Again, they are highlighted, so hopefully they're all there for you. I think that's everything you need, but as ever, send me an email. Those of you that have been really kind of on the ball, you might have noticed that I have changed my email now. The other one still exists, but I'm trying to kind of streamline the business a bit. So any questions, please send them to nicola@geographyteacherbox.com. Okay, I think I better stop there and have a bit of a break today. See you soon. Bye for now.